Hey everyone, we're still here on Toulan, so today I thought we would tackle the CUHOF2. I really like all these instances. You're going to need two of these novel energy cells to do the two. Yes, we wish to proceed. They're kind of like the new key, replace the CUHOF crafted keys a little bit, which made it nicer, a little cheaper to do. There's our door to unlock on the two, and I think this one has mock hots. Those definitely look like mock hots, so let's pull up the mock hot mission. We'll track those. I actually don't think we need the lifesteal so much. So we'll go ahead and pull that off for now. And we'll throw it back on if we get into a bind or something. But I think our armor is probably enough. So these COHOFs are nice for codex. You see, we're working on rank 18. We're still getting 14.4% per kill. Um, and so each run through will get a reasonable amount of the codex. Um, Depending on which instance you're doing, will kind of drive which mob you get to work through. But there's most of them have a couple of different ones. Um, I think the 3 is just the codfish, and the 5 is just those Dahal or whatever. Never really sure how to pronounce these names, honestly. I just kind of take a wild stab in the dark and hope I don't butcher it too badly. Oh, there's the terminal. Ah, here we go. Seems like this area's got a fair amount. Oh, into the fray we go. Alright, we're definitely going to be putting that back on now. With sometimes taking 3 at a time. I feel that the lifesteal is going to maybe be needed. Just because I'm trying to not switch to the big armor until we get to the boss. Minimize our decay on that. This is repairable armor. That other stuff is not. I like the Moghots because their leather's worth some cash, but they also have the chance to drop those generic fuses. And I don't know if that extends into the instance, but I would assume that they have a pretty standard loot list for this mob in the instance, as a possibility to be generated in the treasure boxes at the end. But no, I have not got one out yet. I'm getting swarmed a little bit. I don't think it'll be a big deal. Pretty excited that our hit points are going up with all this melee training. We've actually got one hit point so far on the couple of swords we've worked through. Now this will help round out our character again. And so it's great to be an ultra specialist, but there's also something to be said for the generalist who has an ace up their sleeve, so to speak, in most situations. You can still be a specialist in something, but it's nice to have a rounded general background sometimes. Now, this instance is pretty laid back, pretty chill, especially if you have a rifle. Or even a pistol, you won't get two, I don't think. You could literally just single plink your way through the entire thing. And they're packed in close enough that, well, not so close that you're going to get like 6 or 7 on you at one time, but close enough that there's not much downtime in between kills, or in between engagements, rather. Since kill time is more going to be reflective of your DPS. And I'm excited for that strength up too. Every time I see it, it's only 0.0005, so we would need 2,000 of those, I think, to get 1 point. But at some point, it'll boost up our carry capacity, and so that's always exciting to be a better pack mule. And so I don't think we'll actually get that rank 18 on the Codex, but I think we'll definitely get in striking distance for the next time. That's kind of the goal anyway. We'll see how it pans out in the end. No, I don't know which CUHOF drops which armor, but we have got a helmet already, like a unlimited Baraka male helmet. And so we're just hoping to get some more stuff like that, honestly. It'd be nice to get a piece of armor that's upgradable. And since I don't need it tomorrow, we can just kind of slowly work on it at the end of the month when we come here for the end of the month event that Toulan typically puts on. And we kind of work on our citizenship over the weekend and then do some other stuff during the week on our 1 week tour of the planet. 1 week ish. Sometimes I leave a little early. Alright, last three mobs before this door is open to us. And so far, this has been a pretty laid back instance. All right, open sesame. All right, just a few more. It looks like there might be a couple on the back end that we can't see yet on the radar. That's always exciting when you're getting close to the treasure door or the boss mob or whatnot. One, it's always the hardest fight that you're going to see in the whole instance, so it's a little more exciting than the rest of it. And then that whole randomized, like, hey, what am I going to get this time? And we just stockpile everything we get that's not animal muscle oil, that sort of thing. And one day we'll use it for something, I think. Or someone will be looking for it and we'll help them out. Let's go with a little bit higher DPS for the boss as well. I don't normally use pistols, but this seems like a good time for this particular pistol. Alright, time to go claim these loot boxes, aka the treasure. Ooh, green carpet fragments and red ones. Some Mercil tokens and a bunch of shrapnel for us. Excellent, excellent. Door number 2. Loot box number 2. Some tokens, eye oil, shrapnel. Not horrible. And loot box number 3. Some Mercil tokens, shrapnel, and let's look at what that is. That's a weapon, I think. Oh, right there. Well, that is a reasonably okay weapon, I would feel. Alright, we've collected all the loot. Only thing left to do is exit. 81 mock huts in that one. Alright, that's going to wrap up the CUHOF2 for us. I hope that everyone is having an amazing day. Stay epic.